Hello, class. I created this video to help you when you're taking your next quiz or your next test. I noticed a few people struggled on the last quiz. They were submitting the test when they meant to submit an answer and so on. So here's a copy of the test. And first thing I want to mention, I'm going to now present the test where it displays one question at a time. I think on the quiz that you took, all of the questions were displayed at one time. So I think this might help by just showing one question at a time. But just make sure you read the instructions really carefully, right? It says this question has several parts that must be completed sequentially. If you skip a part, you cannot get credit for any of the skipped questions, and you're not able to go back to the skip part, right? You will not be able to come back to the skip part. So you don't want to skip any parts to a question. Looks like this is a tutorial question. Again, if any of you are trying to access this quiz right now, your number one might be different than my number one because the questions are scrambled, right? So they're asked in different order for everybody, and the numbers change for everyone. So the questions might be in different order, but I still want to answer one or two questions just to show you what this looks like. All right, so it says click here to begin, and it says, all right, this is the set D. Which of the numbers are whole numbers? So it looks like step one or part one is just what's the square root of 49? We know that's 7. And what is 9 divided by 3? We know that's 3. So what they're trying to get you to see here is the square root of 49 is indeed a whole number. 9 over 3 is also a whole number. So I have a choice of either submit or skip, right? And then down here, submit the answer, probably for the whole question. So I just want to submit this part. Right? I don't want to skip anything, and I don't want to submit the entire answer yet. I just want to submit part of the question. So make sure you note the difference between submit and submit answer, right? Submit will just be the part of the question. The answer is when you're all done with the question. Okay, so now it says identify whole number. So we know square root of 49 is 7. That's a whole number. 0 is a whole number. 9 divided by 3 is 3. That's also a whole number. Everything else is not a whole number. I press submit. And up top it says submitted in green. And now I can submit my answer. And I'm done with that first question, okay? So view next question is down here. So I'll click view next question. All right, this is only a one-part question. So notice there's no submit buttons anywhere yet. It says state the terms. So I'm going to enter 9x, comma, and then it's negative 4y, comma, and then 3, right? So you have to make sure you pay attention where it says enter your answers as a comma separated list, right? So you can't just write 9x, negative 4y, and 3. You have to separate them by a comma. And now it says submit answer. So we submit the answer. We go to the next question. All right, so again, this looks like it's a question with a couple of answers or parts, A through E. So it says the product of 2 and the input, and they're saying the input will be letter N. So you can't use another letter. You have to use the letter they give you. In this case, letter N is the input. So product means multiplication, so 2. And look over here. There's the palette bar. Here's the multiplication key, and then N, right? So 2 times N. Quotient means division, so I'm going to enter 8 divided by, here's the division key, and then the letter N. Difference means subtraction, so I write N minus 5. Again, quotient is division, N divided by 5. And then 35 pounds times N dollars per pound, so I'll use the multiplication key down over here and put in N. And now that I'm all done, I can press submit answer. And the answer is now has been submitted. Next question. And that's how this is going to work, right? We just keep going, all right? So just, again, make sure that you recognize the difference between submit and submit answer. If you have a question with multiple parts, you're going to want to submit each part, and then when you're done, you're going to want to submit the final answer. But notice I can't go back and change my work, right? My question has already been submitted, right? I can't go back. Oh, actually, that's not true. It's letting me go back, right? And then you would submit answer. So let's take a look at that previous question. Yeah, see, I can't submit the first part, right? This has already been locked in. But, yeah, all right, it's not letting me. So multiple part questions, there's nothing I can do. I can't change it. So you have to be careful there, okay? I think that should do it. I just wanted to look at some of the other questions. Right, graph 9 on the number line. So press the little, and it's dot, close dot, boom, that's it. Submit answer. And my answer has been submitted. There's a little green bar up here. I hit next question, and I think you get it, right? This one caused some trouble for people. Which of the following can be represented by a variable? Right, so a variable, it's going to represent a quantity that changes. So a dog is a dog. That doesn't change. But the weight of a dog could change, so that could be variable. Right? A city doesn't change, but the population of a city could change, could be variable. I click submit answer. Right? And then again, you're going to want to go next question. All right. So I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you folks in class on Monday.